viewers, you're watching the latest edition of 6 Stories at 6 with me, Rakshita Mishra. Viewers, we will start with the big GST bonanza that is in store. Republic TV gets you all the inside scoop from the GST Council meeting. Viewers, we'll tell you all about the slabs and what really to expect in this Diwali bonanza. Also on the show, we'll tell you a shocking story that is coming in, a very, very concerning situation from Madhya Pradesh. It is Indore, one of the major hospitals where 2 newborns have died after being mauled by rats. Yes, you heard that right. That's our story number 2. And story number 3 is how floods are ravaging the northern part of India, from Jammu Kashmir to Delhi and NCR. Punjab is seeing the worst flood in decades. The farmers are suffering. We'll get you ground reports, viewers. Story number 4 will be from Telangana, where K. Kavita has now quit from her father's party, the BRS, after being suspended, and she cries conspiracy. Also, story number 5 will be the battleground Tamil Nadu, where EPS continues to sharpen his attack on DMK. And lastly, we show you how the Indian Army has once again sent out a big message to Pakistan and, of course, set the record straight about who in fact had begged for ceasefire. So we start with the inside scoop on the GST meeting, viewers. Major GST forms are in store, and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is right now chairing the meeting of GST Council. Republic TV gets you exclusive details. Now, as per government sources, viewers, health insurance is likely to get cheaper. Series of measures for ease of business are also being taken. There's time-bound GST registration for startups. That is another reform that is expected here. MSME can also be expecting some relief. Automated GST refund is likely. Refund within 7 days in case of exports. All these are latest updates that we're getting in. So these are the key changes that are likely to be approved, and a big announcement is expected very soon. Meeting continues till tomorrow as well. Meanwhile, here's what we know so far.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chaired 56th GST Council meeting today in the national capital. The meeting will continue for 2 days. In one of the biggest GST reform, the government is planning to do away with the 2 out of 4 GST slabs.
गंगानगर से लेकर के ईटानगर तक, लेह से लेकर के लक्षद्वीप तक, वन नेशन वन टैक्स। जीएसटी सिर्फ एक टैक्स रिफॉर्म नहीं है, आर्थिक रिफॉर्म से भी आगे एक सामाजिक रिफॉर्म का भी एक अहम कदम है। जीएसटी गुड्स एंड सर्विस टैक्स के रूप में जाना जाता है, लेकिन हकीकत में ये गुड एंड सिंपल टैक्स है।
इस दिवाली में आपकी डबल दिवाली का काम मैं करने वाला हूं। इस दिवाली में आपको एक बहुत बड़ा तोहफा देशवासियों को मिलने वाला है। पिछले 8 साल से हमने जीएसटी का बहुत बड़ा रिफॉर्म किया। पूरे देश में टैक्स के बर्डन को कम किया, टैक्स की व्यवस्थाओं को सरल किया, और 8 साल के बाद समय की मांग है कि हम एक बार उसको रिव्यू करें। हमने एक हाई पावर कमेटी को बिठा करके रिव्यू शुरू किया, राज्यों से भी विचार विमर्श किया, और मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, हम नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जीएसटी रिफॉर्म्स लेकर के आ रहे हैं। ये दिवाली के अंदर आपके लिए तोहफा बन जाएंगे। सामान्य मानवीय की जरूरतों के टैक्स भारी मात्रा में कम कर दिए जाएंगे।
The GST Council, also comprising of all states, will discuss moving to a fewer slabs. It is going to be the biggest tax reform since 2017. Consumers are in for some major benefits. Once implemented, a lot of FMCG products will get cheaper. GST, when first introduced, faced major apprehensions. But over the years, the aim has been to make GST into goods and simple tax. On one hand, Rahul Gandhi bats for tax slab rationalization. On the other hand, opposition states seem against it. objecting to new reforms and seeking compensation for the revenue loss. Another major highlight of the GST reforms is the fact that Modi government's tax reforms come in the backdrop of a waging global tariff war. There are apprehensions whether the GST reforms will have any impact on India's positioning as a global investment destination. A section still believes that the current and proposed structure is not what Modi government had promised, one nation, one tax, but the question is whether it is a possibility. All eyes now remain on the outcome of the 56 GST Council meetings for the formal announcement of new reforms.
कितना टीवी दिख रहा है? So viewers, we are telling you the inside scoop. Now, health insurance could likely be cheaper. That's what we are learning. And what we understand is that series of measures are being taken for ease of business, as I told you in the beginning. This is the latest update that we are getting in, viewers. And also the fact that there will be time-bound GST registration for startups. So there's a lot of focus on health insurance and startups and MSMEs also. So in the MSME sector, big GST reforms are also expected. This is what we're learning so far. The meeting, of course, will continue till tomorrow. And also, not to forget, automated GST refund is also likely to be one of the reforms. Oh, now we shift our focus to viewers to Madhya Pradesh now. It's the biggest government hospital that is situated in Indore. Shocking incident now has come to light from there. The hospital premises has been filled with rats, and these rats have bitten 2 newborns. Both of them have lost their lives. Although the hospital management has assured strict action against those responsible, the newborn live, viewers, they have been lost. And of course, many questions are being raised. Here's a report on that.
A rodent menace has hit a big hospital in Indore. 2 newborns were bitten by rats. 2 newborns were admitted to the neonatal intensive care unit of Maharaja Yashwantrao Chikitsalaya in Indore. One of the 2 newborns, who was reportedly bitten by rats, died during treatment. The low birth weight baby girl weighed only 1.2 kgs and had critically low hemoglobin levels, pulmonary complications and other congenital anomalies. While on ventilator support, she lost the battle. The other child also underwent surgery and is currently stable on ventilator support. Questions have now been posed to the hospital authorities. How was a hospital functioning as a breeding ground for rodents?
जो हॉस्पिटल के अधीक्षक है वो कह रहे हैं कि तेज बारिश हुई जिससे जो पेस्ट कंट्रोल है वो बह गया, इस वजह से चूहे आ गए और ये 3-4 दिन में ही आए। दूसरा वो कह रहे हैं कि परिजन खाना लेके जाते हैं जिस वजह से चूहे अट्रैक्ट होते हैं। लेकिन जमीनी हकीकत ये है आपके सामने, एक के बाद एक आप जो चूहे के बिल देख रहे हैं, इन्हीं बिलों के माध्यम से चूहे हॉस्पिटल के अंदर घुसते हैं, परिजनों को परेशान करते हैं, पेशेंट्स को काटते हैं।
Eyewitnesses say that the situation is far more serious than what meets the eye.
यहाँ पे सर चूहे इतने हैं कि पेशेंटों के ऊपर से गुजर के चले जाते हैं, कोई सुनवाई नहीं होती है।
कब ये घटना हुई आपके मम्मी के साथ?
मम्मी को तो 2 महीने हो गए, लेकिन पापा बेड से जैसे सोते हैं, नीचे सोते हैं, चूहे उनके ऊपर से गुजर के चले जाते हैं। रात को उनके पैर पे काट खाए चूहा। और पूरे वार्ड में जैसे बच्चे उन भी सोते हैं, जैसे कोई लेडीज जो एडमिट है उनके छोटे बच्चे हैं, उनके पास से चूहे गुजर जाते हैं। कभी बड़ी घटना हो जाए, कुछ भी हो जाए।
The hospital management has stepped up action. 2 nursing officers who failed to inform the hospital administration, despite having spotted rats in the ICU over the past few days, have been suspended. Show cause notices have also been issued to head nurse, pediatric ICU in charge and the head of the pediatric surgery department. A fine of ₹1 lakh has been imposed on the company responsible for pest control. The incident has raised questions about safety and hygiene in the hospital. The investigation is ongoing. People responsible have been removed or fined. But the damage is already done. 2 innocent lives affected and 1 lost the battle.
Catastrophic heavy rains over the past week have triggered widespread flooding, landslides and flash floods across North India, leading to deaths, displacement and massive damage to infrastructure and crops. The Indian Met Department has attributed the extreme weather to an active monsoon through and low pressure systems, with Punjab emerging as the hardest hit state, experiencing its worst floods in nearly 4 decades. Other severely affected regions include Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Jammu Kashmir, where cloudbursts and swollen rivers have amplified the devastations. Here's more on the story.
बीएसएफ की तरफ से इस वक्त जो है सिविलियंस का रेस्क्यू किया जा रहा है। तस्वीरें जो है वो आप देख रहे हैं, भारतीय वायुसेना भी लगातार जो है इस ऑपरेशन का हिस्सा, और लगातार तस्वीरें जो हैं वो रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क पर हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं कि किस तरह से ये बड़ा रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन है। मुझे जो है लगातार ये आप देखिए यहाँ पर तस्वीरें, भारतीय वायुसेना, भारतीय ये सीमा सुरक्षा बल का जो है ये चॉपर इस वक्त जो लोगों को रेस्क्यू करके यहाँ से ले जा रहा है। लगातार पूरे इलाके को में जो है बड़ा रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन यहाँ पर चलाया जा रहा है। और अब इस बीच तस्वीरें जो हैं आशु आपको दिखा रहे हैं कि सिविलियंस को जो है यहाँ से बीएसएफ की तरफ से रेस्क्यू करवाया गया है। ये तस्वीरें जो हैं लगातार रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क पर आप देख रहे हैं। 40 सिविलियन जो है वो यहाँ पे फंसे थे। अब बीएसएफ का ये हेलीकॉप्टर जो है लगातार इंक्लीमेंट वेदर कंडीशंस थे, सभी सिविलियंस को रेस्क्यू जो है वो लगातार करवाया जा रहा है। कुछ सिविलियंस अभी भी वहां पर फंसे हैं। मैं आशु से कहूंगा आप साथ में ही चलते रहें, और साथ में चलते चलते जो हैं वो लगातार विजुअल्स जो हैं वो आपको दिखा दें, क्योंकि बड़ा रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन यहाँ भारतीय जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सीमा के पास बीएसएफ की तरफ से चलाया जा रहा है। और इसकी जो तस्वीरें हैं रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क पर हम आपको लगातार दिखा रहे हैं, क्योंकि जब चिनाब का जल स्तर बढ़ा तो ये 40 लोग जो हैं यहाँ पर फंस गए थे। लेकिन अब जो है बीएसएफ की तरफ से यहाँ बड़ा ऑपरेशन जो है वो चलाया जा रहा है, जिसकी तस्वीरें जो हैं हम आपको भारत पाकिस्तान अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सीमा के गढ़खाल से दिखा रहे हैं कि किस तरह पूरे इलाके से एक एक कर यहाँ सिविलियंस को जो है वो निकाला जा रहा है। जो तस्वीरें लगातार आशु यहाँ पर आपको दिखा रहे हैं कि बीएसएफ का चॉपर जो है वो इस वक्त रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशंस का हिस्सा, और अब पूरे इलाके में जो है वो यहाँ पर सिविलियन जो फंस गए थे उन्हें यहाँ पर निकाला जा रहा है। बीएसएफ की तरफ से अपने चॉपर्स जो हैं वो इस रेस्क्यू में यहाँ पर लगाए गए हैं।
Ravage spate continues and creating havoc in Gurdaspur district. First of all, let me show you the visual here of the Gurdaspur village, where the roads connecting to the Sadalpur village are completely submerged in the water. From the past 24 hours, heavy rainfall have been witnessed in Gurdaspur, due to which once again the river Ravage flow has increased many-fold. These are the roads which are connecting to the villages, and more than 12 villages connectivity have been completely destructed because of the overflowing river Ravi.
Incessant rainfall has created havoc nearby regions in the national capital. Right now we are just standing near the old railway bridge. Here you can see the visuals just near the old railway bridge. This is known as the railway bridge. This is a 2-tier railway bridge. On the basement level, on the ground level at tier 1, the traffic normal vehicular movement you can see. On the above level at T2 level, from where the train basically crosses. And this is the bridge. Here you can see. I'd like to request my VJ Ranbir to show you the visual of this bridge. This is the second bridge. This is a metro bridge. So what has happened, that the water level at this bridge right now is 205.8 meter, which has already crossed the severe level mark, danger level mark. Because if you see at old railway bridge, the danger level mark is 205.3, and right now the water level has crossed that mark and reached 205.8. So it is very likely that the information that we have received from the Shadra district administration, they have said that at around 5 p.m. they will close the vehicular movement on this very bridge, because the information that we have received that if the rainfall continues, then it is very likely that the water level will again increase and it will cross the 206 meter mark, so which is going to be very impacted into the lower lying area of Yamuna, which includes, if you just go laterally into that direction, you will find that earlier the information that we have received that across the Kalindi Kunj region, Mayur Vihar extension region and the Khadar region, Yamuna Khadar region especially will be impacted.
Now, in a big political shake-up, K. Kavita announced her resignation from the post of MLC a day after she was suspended over alleged anti-party activities, accusing former Minister Harish Rao of working against the party. Kavita says that BRS Working President K.T. Rama Rao should be careful about the alleged conspiracies by Harish Rao. She alleges that he is working in connivance with Ravaged Reddy, that he has had relations with Ravaged Reddy, and saying that there is an attempt to create a divide within the family. Here's a report.
In a big political shake-up, K. Kavita announced her resignation as MLC a day after BRS suspended her over alleged anti-party activities. During a press briefing, she claimed conspiracy being plotted against her and alleged that former Minister Harish Rao had been working against the party. She directly accused Harish Rao of conspiring with Telangana Chief Minister Ravaged Reddy, claiming Harish Rao had shared ties with Ravaged. Kavita also alleged Harish Rao had past ties with the former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Rajashekhar Reddy, describing him as a double shooter, not a troubleshooter. Sharpening the attack, she also blamed senior leaders for attaching a corruption tag to KCR and alleged efforts to weaken the party from within. Kavita questioned the source of Harish Rao's funds, alleging that he played a role in corruption surrounding the Kaleshwaram project. Her suspension and resignation come amid weeks of internal turbulence. She had earlier accused party insiders of plotting her removal as Telangana Coal Workers Union head, calling the decision politically motivated.
Shifting focus to Tamil Nadu, where in a fiery speech in Madurai, AIDMK leader and former Chief Minister E. Palaniswamy sharply criticized the ruling DMK government and accused it of widespread corruption, administrative failure and ignoring public grievances. In fact, he vowed that if voted to power, he will make sure that all those who are corrupt will be punished, as he continues to sharpen his attack on the ruling government in Tamil Nadu amidst his campaign rally. Here's a quick report on that.
In a recent speech at Madurai, AIADMK leader EPS launched a strong attack on the DMK government. He accused them of deep-rooted corruption and misgovernance.
தமிழகத்துல 582 பத்திரப்பதிவு அலுவலகம் இருக்கு. 582 பத்திரப்பதிவு அலுவலகம். அதுல ஒரு வருஷத்துக்கு மேல பத்திரப்பதிவு அலுவலகம் இருந்ததே கிடையாது. ஒரு வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு ஆள், அடுத்த வருஷம் இன்னொருத்தர், அதுக்கு அடுத்த வருஷம் இன்னொருத்தர். இப்படி 582 பேர்லயும் மாத்தி மாத்தி டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் போட்டு அதுல ஒரு அமௌண்ட், பெரிய அமௌண்ட் வாங்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
EPS alleged that Minister Murthy demands a 10% bribe for property registrations, calling him the 10% minister.
அது மட்டும் இல்ல, இங்க இருக்கிற மந்திரி யாருன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இந்த தொகுதி மந்திரி எப்படிப்பட்டவர்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். நாங்க சொல்லி தெரிய வேண்டியது இல்லை. அங்க மேலூர்ல பேசும்போது அங்க கூட்டத்துல இருந்து பேசுறாங்க, ஐயா பேசுங்க அப்படின்னு. என்னப்பா பேசுறது? இங்க இருக்கிற மாவட்ட மந்திரி யாருன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். அவர் பத்திரப்பதிவு துறையில் இருக்காரு. அவன் கொள்ளையோ கொள்ள அடிக்கிறான்னு கீழே இருக்கிற மக்கள் பேசுறாங்க. நான் பேசுறேன், எங்களுக்கு பாயிண்ட் எடுத்து கொடுக்குறாங்க மக்கள். இப்போ ஏற்கனவே பிராந்தி கடையில் 10 ரூபாய்ன்னு ஒருத்தர் பேர் வாங்கியிருக்காரு, யார் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இப்போ இங்க இருக்கிற அமைச்சர் 10% பதிவு செஞ்சா 10%, பத்திரம் பதிவு செஞ்சா 10% அவருக்கு போய் சேர வேணும். அப்படி சேர்ந்தால்தான் அந்த பத்திர பதிவு நடக்கும். நடக்குதுல உண்மைதானே? உண்மைதானுங்க.
He further criticized frequent registrar transfers. 582 offices see yearly reshuffles, claiming it's a tactic for collecting illicit money. EPS highlighted that people already face severe economic distress and additional bribes worsen their situation. He mocked Stalin's half-communist comment, suggesting DMK is trying to dominate alliance parties. EPS accused the government of ignoring public grievances, claiming petitions are discarded in rivers or garbage bins. He concluded that once AIADMK returns to power, today's ministers will be held accountable.
And viewers, Indian Army's Northern Command has released a fresh video of Operation Indore, underscoring the fact that ceasefire was done on Pakistan's request. This is viewers Trump climbed down on India-Pakistan ceasefire claims in his last 2 posts. Viewers, take a look at this video.
ये कश्मीर में 90 के दशक के बाद सबसे बड़ी टारगेट किलिंग है और ऐसे में काफी भगदड़ पहलगाम इलाके में जो है वो मची हुई है।
टोटल 6 जगह पे पाकिस्तान में 24 इंपैक्ट्स हुए हैं भारत की तरफ से।
After my communication with the Pak DGMO, he proposed that we cease hostilities.
And that's all we could pack in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. We'll be right back with live and breaking at 6:30. Thanks for watching.